Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Myra Lorraine. Thank you all for stopping in again. I know I have another video for you guys right away because I had been away on vacation, and some of you might have already seen my previous video where I rambled on. I was trying to get back into the swing of things, but anyways, I wanted to get caught up on videos for you guys because I do have a lot to share on some of the things that I've made before I went on vacation. So that's what this video is about, and thank you all for coming in to watch my videos. I really appreciate it. I miss you guys when I'm gone, I really do. And what a better way to show you how I miss you by giving you extra videos to watch in your spare time. So here we go. Now this one, I have 4 pieces in here that I want to show you, so I'm going to try and go through these as quickly as I can. But one of them is, both of them are 2 patterns. I just made 2 items from the 2 patterns right away. Now this first one up is going to be the Jalie Rose pattern, and I'll pop that pattern up there so that you can see it. The Jalie Rose, I've made this pattern I think twice before, and I do like this for a quick unfitted blouse. If you just want a quick unfitted blouse, this is a nice go-to, and it's very super easy. And I actually made this one, which is over here, you guys can see right here. I made this one, and I made another one right away, which is behind me, but I'm going to show you that one. That's how easy it is. But let's talk about this one first. This one is, the fabric is actually a 100% viscose, and it's from Blackburn Fabrics as well. But the fabric is not, it's a Floyd rayon viscose, but it also has a little bit of a texture to it. I don't know if you'll see it. It almost looks like a twill, and it feels a little bit, even though it's really drapey, as you can see, it's really drapey. Hold that out. It's really drapey, just like rayon should be. It's a tiny tad bit heavier than rayon. So this viscose is really, really nice. This turned out so super well. Now for the pattern, what I did was I made the pattern with just a couple of little changes. The first one is I added more buttons. I don't know if you can see that. I added more buttons than is called for, and that basically I did just because I wanted to. And I did change the buttons. Like you can see, the buttons on here are larger in the placket, but the 2 on the pockets are smaller. Same pattern, smaller button, as well as the one that's on the collar band. That one is smaller as well. Now, this top has been worn several times already too. I had to get it washed and ironed for this video right away, as well as a lot of my things, because I did get to wear them on vacation. But the other thing that I did to change this was in the back, it has actually a pleat, but the pleat is actually, I inverted it. It's supposed to be the other way. It's supposed to be standing out like this, but instead I actually inverted the pleat, as you can see. I just like that. I just thought it was kind of cool. There was no special reason for me to do it. I just like changing things up from time to time. Now, I also used, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if you can see that here. I used bias binding on the armhole, as you can see, and it's a tan, which matches it very well. So, and for those of you who haven't seen this before on my other videos, it's just a shirt tail hem, like that. But the arm sink, I noticed on this one, was a little low. It didn't show my bra when I wore it, but it was a little bit lower than I wanted it to be. So for my second one over here, I raised this about 1 inch, and maybe 1.5 inches. I raised that. But I love this top. I really, really love it. As I said, I've worn it twice already. Once on vacation, and once when we just got back from vacation. We went to dinner and I had it on again. But I absolutely love this pattern. Again, that's the Jalie Rose top. Now, the second one I made right away. Now, and I'll show you all of these on me in pictures. But I have 2 other pieces that went with these, and that's why I'm not going to show you. I guess I could show you right away what it looks like. I'll bring the picture up here of what that top looks like on me. And the shorts I actually made, I'm going to show you that and talk to you about that in a minute. But I just wanted to let you see how the shirt fits me. I do think the shirt is a little bit big, and I don't know if it was just this fabric, because the first cotton one I made they didn't seem that big. But anyways, I think what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to shorten it a little bit, and I'm going to take it in so it's a little more fitted, because when I wear it with shorts, it's too long and too flowy. It almost looks like a maternity top, or it looks like I'm wearing a mini dress or something. But that's what I'm going to do for that one. And as I stated, I made it again right away. And this is the one that I made. Now, this fabric I got from Joann Fabrics. It is a teal, kind of aqua looking fabric. It feels like it's got a little bit of a crepey texture, and I don't know if you could see the texture or not, even if I brought you close enough. I don't know if you could see the texture of it. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to see the texture of it, even if I bring it close enough for you to see. So we'll just talk a little bit about it here. But it feels like a linen polyester type. It's not real flowy, but it definitely has, it's not drapey, but it does have a lightweight flow to it. So it's not stiff at all like cotton may be. But I really like the color. So here are the things that I did differently. And again, this is the Jalie Rose top. Now the things I did differently was I actually took the pattern and I traced it, and then I pinned that pattern on here, because what I wanted to do was, as you can tell, I brought the shoulder lines closer to the neckline. If you look at this one here, it's a regular sleeveless, which hits you right on your shoulder lines. This one actually comes in closer to the shoulders. You probably only have just a few, looks like about 1.5 inches from the collar to the outside sleeve there. So that was what I did with, that was the first change that I made on this. And then the second change that I made, and I did, when I made that change, I'm sorry, I'm flipping all over the place here. I'm trying to notice it's getting dark, I'm losing my light, so I want to try and hurry up. But when I made that change to the front pattern piece, I actually did it to the back. Now this is going to be very difficult for you to see because it has a back yoke, and I did do the outverted, the pleat the way it's supposed to be here. I don't know if you can see that, I hope you can. But I did do the same change on the back yoke piece here as well as the back. And that was super easy to do. I'll let you see. It's still the full length in the back. But when I turn it around, the difference I did here in the front is I cut the front off. I cut 4 inches off of the front. And I created this tie piece that you see here. I created this tie piece that you see right here. I love this tie piece here. And I put the same amount of buttons on it that it required in the pattern. Of course, it would be shorter because I cut off 4 inches of the shirt. But let me open this up so I can show you what this tie piece looks like. And I'll show you a picture. While I'm taking this off, I'll bring pictures up so that you can see what my pattern pieces look like after I cut them up. After I cut them up to make this pattern, mainly cut the front. I actually cut every one of these pieces except the collar and the collar band. But I made those changes, and I did that on the front to make the band look like this. And because the wrong side of the fabric is so different, as you can see, from the inside, the right side and the wrong side are different. I didn't want the ties to reflect that. I wanted them to be both on both sides. So I created this little piece here, this long piece you see right there. It starts in the side seam. trying to see if I can get this all up here in one. It starts in the side seam, as you can see there, right here, and it goes up to the buttonhole, and then the tie extends out. And that was super easy to do because on my pattern, I'll bring the pieces up. You can see that little brown piece that I created for the tie. I just drew out how I wanted that to see, how I wanted that to look. And I measured the difference between, obviously, between the side here. I measured between the side here and where I wanted it to stop. I measured that when I was creating the tie piece. Super easy to do, honestly. It really is super easy to do, but it made for a super nice looking blouse. I mean, I love this blouse so much, and it fit me so nicely. As I stated before, I did raise the, yeah, can you see here? Yeah, I did raise, as you can tell, I did raise the arm seam quite a bit on this one. See how much higher it is than the original pattern was on there. I did raise it about 1.5 inches while I was making the change on here. And this one I actually used bias binding. You can see that. I did bias binding on the, bias binding, can you see that? On the inside as well. So it turned out beautiful, and I'll show you pictures up here of this top with me, on me, not with me, on me. But I really, really love this top, and I plan on making at least a couple more. I know I'm trying to stay away from black, but I have to have a black one just like this to wear with some white jeans, so, you know, on a dressy night or something like that. I have to have one in black. But anyways, I'm gonna make a few of those because I like it so much. I'm looking at my notes to make sure that I told you guys everything I did, and I did. I told you everything there was about these two tops. Now, I wanna talk to you about the pants that I had on, or the shorts I had on with these two tops when I was showing you them. The first pair is the same, both of them are the same pattern, but this first pair was my muslin. And the pattern is the Itch to Stitch Hermosa short, and I hope I'm saying that right. But I'll put a picture up here so that you can see it. When she first put that pattern, released that pattern, I fell in love with it. So nice. Just absolutely adore this pattern. And it fits really nicely, but I have to tell you, she has a lot of ease in there. I made the mistake when I made this first pair in white, and I'll have to get back because this is gonna make my screen dark. But I made this first pair in white, and they were way too big. And I looked at the finished garment measurements, but I still decided to select my size that I usually do in woven. That was a mistake. So I went back and I looked at the measurements again, and I had to go all the way down about 2 sizes in order to get these to fit for me, because when I picked the second pair, which I'll show you, I went down a size and it was still too big. So I know I'm gonna have to go down 2 sizes the next time I make this pair. But either way, they both worked out. I made them fit the best way I could. There were some things that I didn't like about it, but that's okay. I made them work. So this white pair, and I'll show you pictures of them on me, they turn out really nicely. The thing is that the waistline, I'm very short-waisted, so they came up pretty high on me. And with a little, I have a little bit of a pooch and a tummy in the front, so it made it a little bit uncomfortably high. But as far as wearing them, they were comfortable. And as you see in the photos here, I actually like these, and I wore them with this top and not a problem. So they will get wear. There was one mistake that I did, had nothing to do with the pattern. It's just me paying attention to how I'm putting my interfacing on the waistband. This waistband, you'll notice, is a little bit shorter than the one on her picture. It's not doubled over like in her original picture, because I put my interfacing on the wrong side, not paying attention, because, you know, this white denim, I was in a rush trying to go for vacation, and I put it on the wrong side and didn't realize. So I ended up having to cut the point in the opposite side. So that's why this one is shorter. But again, that did not stop a great pair of shorts. So I made the second pair right away. I knew I was gonna want them to look just like the ones she had on in that dark denim. And for my tan top, I made them in a dark denim. And both of these denims came from Joann Fabrics, and both of them have a little bit of stretch in it. They're not too heavy, not too light. They're not super lightweight, but they're not too heavy either. But they're very comfortable. They have enough stretch in them that makes them very comfortable. And I have to say, with her patterns are so, that's why I love Itch to Stitch. Kenneth really puts her all into the instructions of her patterns and makes it easy for you to follow directions and get it right. She really does, and I enjoy making her patterns. I made them exactly like the ones Kenneth made with the dark, well, kind of, not exactly, because Kenneth is Kenneth, but I wanted some that looked closely to the ones that she had on her pattern envelope, or pattern cover. So I made this in a dark denim. It's a dark stretch denim, and I did a contrast stitching. Now, where I like the way they look, as you can see, they're much shorter here in the crotch line, which fits me perfectly. I did the backs. That little stitch you see there is where I stitched in my label. I should have put it in before I actually put the waistband on, but I didn't. So, but that's okay. The only problem with this is when I wore it with this shirt. First, let me go back before I tell you that. Let me go back. When I made these, I did make those changes. I shortened the crotch line by doing the pinch piece so that it was shortened to my measurements. I did go down a size, but I still ended up having to take it in some more because they were still too big. So my next pair, I'll go down 2 sizes rather than just the one I did with this one. And they should be a perfect fit, then I won't have to continue to take them up. Because with having to take them up in the side seams, what happened was they got close, the front pocket and the back pocket, as you see there, got very close together. It's not a problem when I'm wearing them, but I know that, you know, it's there and it's a problem. But I love these shorts so very much. They're so super cute. I'll bring up the pictures again so you can see the pictures of the shorts on me. But when you get to see the pictures of me relaxed in the shirt with the shorts, it almost looks like I have on a mini dress and you can't see the shorts, which is funny. All of the beautiful detail is hidden. So that prompted me to shorten this shirt just a little bit because I think it is a little too long. Even if I don't decide to wear the shorts with it, it's still a little bit too long. But I do Kenneth's great job on this pattern. I absolutely love these shorts, I really do. The thing with me is I have to get to work on this tummy because in order to wear these with the beautiful detail like that, I have to get down a size and to be comfortable. That's just me. But anyways, those are all the pieces that I made. Not all of the pieces that I made for vacation. I have some other things coming up, but these 4 pieces I wanted you guys to see right away because I made them and wore them during vacation and I felt like $1 million in them, and it didn't take me a whole lot of time to get them created. So again, you guys, if you like the stuff that I do for you, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I sure hope you want to subscribe so you don't miss any more of my videos. Now, as I stated before, if you have any questions for me on any of these things that I made, just leave the questions below and I'll answer them. I do know I'm not that, I don't think I'm that great of a teacher, but if you have a question about anything that I know, I will definitely answer those questions for you. So that's it. You guys take care, happy sewing, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.